Hi guys, Mulos here. So today's video I'm going to show you 3 ways of sending cheap international bank transfers, and these methods work almost around the world. I'm going to use 2 virtual banks. One of them is Wise, formerly TransferWise. Another virtual bank is Paysera. I'll leave links for these in the description, and I would appreciate if you sign up with my links. So we'll start with method 1, which is using Wise. So Wise is an international virtual bank that allows you to send and receive bank transfers around the world in multiple currencies. So I've got a currency in AED, UAE currency, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, euro, British pound, Nigerian naira, US dollar, South African rand, and Zambian kwacha. Just to note that the Nigerian naira and Zambian kwacha accounts, they don't really work. I was just trying to test them out, and I can't seem to close the 2 accounts, but they don't really work. So first things first, I'll open up my Paysera account. This is the account I'm going to send funds to. So Paysera is a Lithuanian virtual bank account, and my Wise is a Belgian virtual bank account. So there are bank accounts in different countries. So going into Wise, I'll open up my Euro account, and I'm going to select add because there's no funds in my account, so I need to add funds to the account. And I thought I would show you how easy it is to load funds. I'm going to load 15 euros, and it just takes a couple of seconds to load the funds. So once you've selected the amount, click on continue. It's then going to bring you to the option of selecting the payment method. So you can top up using a debit card, you can top up using a credit card, bank transfer, Ideal, Trustly, and also so forth. But in our case in Zambia and most of Africa, you can just use a debit card. So most cards work. If one card doesn't work, use or try to use another card. It has to be in your name, by the way. So in this particular case, I'm going to use my Zazu MasterCard. So this, I'm using it because that is where the funds were sitting the day I was making this video. You can use any card, and I've linked about 4 or 5 cards here. But in this particular day, I was using my Zazu MasterCard because that is where the funds were sitting. So once you select the card, you need to enter in your CVV. If it's a new card, you need to enter in the card number, CVV, expiry date, and link it to your account. You'll see here that the fee is just about 40 something euros, 40 something cents. It's a really low cost method of topping up an international bank account. So here I've topped up my Wise account with 15 euros, and it's taken less than a minute for the funds to be debited and to reach my account. So going back into my account, we shall see that the 15 euros is already reflecting. Okay, so the money is reflecting. Next, I'm just going to click on the Euro account again. I'll do that by clicking the Euro currency flag or symbol here. And this is now going to take me to the menu option for the euros. And I need to send this money to another bank account. That is why I loaded it. So I've clicked on send. Send is where it gives you the option to send a transfer. So you can either add a new recipient, but in my case, I already have an account saved. So I clicked on the saved account, and that is my Paysera account. So I'm going to send the entire 15 euros, and it's going to send it as a European SEPA bank transfer. Those are relatively fast and really cheap. You'll see that the fee is 0.28 euros. So if you're sending funds to somebody with a European bank account in euros, it's going to cost you just 0.28 euros to do that transfer. So this is the cheap method number 1 for sending the international bank transfers. It also works for the other currencies, dollar, pound, and Australian dollar, and all those. But let's go into my Paysera account, and you'll see that the funds have already been reached, or they have already reached. It took just a couple of seconds. So if you're sending a European SEPA bank transfer, the recipient should receive the transfer within a matter of minutes, or even seconds actually. Method 2, I'm going to use Ecobank's Visa Direct feature. If you've got an Ecobank account, bank in your country or town, it does help to open up an account. So you need to have an account and the app. So go under transfers in the app and select Visa Direct. So once you select Visa Direct, it brings you to the Visa Direct feature. Here you can add a new card, a new beneficiary card. I've got 2 saved ones, but I'm going to add a new one. And all you need to do here is just basically add in, you select the method, which is PAN, not alias, but PAN. Once you've selected that, you need to put in the card number. Once you put in the card number, you can then put in the name, beneficiary name, and the first name and last name should match what the bank details show. So always make sure that the bank, the names match what's at the bank. So when you put in the card number, the full card number, it's going to do its thing, and it's going to determine what currency the card is. This only works for Visa cards, by the way. So once it's determined the currency, it's going to now set the parameters for the exchange rates and all. So here, let me just put in my first name and last name. And next, I'm going to put in the amount. I'm topping up 50 kwacha to my Paysera Euro card. So once you've put in the amount, it automatically calculates what the Euro amount or the Forex amount is. So it does the calculations automatically, and the rate really is good. So once you've done all of that, you can click on next. Well, you need to put in a hashtag, which is basically a reference. So I've put Paysera as my hashtag or reference. Then click on next. And when you click on next, it's going to show you here the fee. The fee is 10 kwacha. So that's a really low cost or low fee. Then it gives you a chance to verify all your details, that it's coming from the right account, your name and all that, and the amount and all. Then once you've done that, you can confirm the transfer. So once you've confirmed the transfer, you need to select what the purpose of the payment was, and the payment has gone through. So it's relatively fast, and just a matter of seconds, the card can be topped up. In some cases, it could take minutes or days. So here, checking on my Ecobank app, the amount has been debited. So now I'll go and check in my Paysera app if the funds have been received. So here's, I'm logging into my Paysera app, and as you can see, the funds have been received. It was really fast, just a couple of seconds. So depending on the bank and the type of Visa card you have, the funds can be received within seconds, or it could take a couple of days to be received. But for Paysera and also UBA, Prepaid AfriCard, and quite a number of other cards I've tested, it does take a couple of seconds, and in other cases, it's taken a couple of days. So this is a way of you sending money across borders into your offshore accounts, as long as they are Visa cards. Now the method 3, I'm going to send a Paysera international bank transfer. So this one is the one which works best if you want to do a regular SWIFT transfer, like you're sending dollars to Japan to order a car, you're paying a supplier somewhere, you know, rands to a Namibian client, and it does allow you to send multiple currencies. So with Paysera, I've got 2 accounts. I've got a current account, and I've got another current account which is linked to my Visa card. So with you could have one account or multiple accounts. It's all up to you. What you need to do is then go under transfers and select bank transfer. So once you click on bank transfer, it brings you to the bank transfer page. So this is similar to what you would get if you're using your normal regular bank account. It's a form for a regular SWIFT bank transfer. Here it's going to show you, you can select the account where you want the funds to come from. Here you can put the beneficiary name, and here you can put beneficiary account number. One simple hack is to always start with a beneficiary account number and click on tab. Once you do that, it determines whether which is the best format for the form. So once you've determined that, it gives you this form, and here you can fill in all the details. It's a regular SWIFT transfer form. So you're going to put beneficiary name, beneficiary account number, beneficiary bank address, email in case you want the recipient to receive a notification that the transfer has been effected. You can put in the beneficiary's ID number, beneficiary address, and that is about all. So it's basically the regular standard SWIFT application form. Once you've put in all the details, you can then simply come down here. You can also put a reference for the payment in case it's an invoice number, if you're paying for a car from Japan, for example. And once everything is okay and all, you can then click on continue here. So I'm sending a euro transfer. You'll see here that the fee is 000. There's no fee to be paid. So that is how some SEPA transfers are sent by some banks. Some banks won't charge for, as long as it's a euro transfer, they won't charge a fee for that. So the fee would depend on the currency and the destination country you're sending. If it's a euro SEPA transfer in the EU zone, it will be a free SEPA transfer, or the fee is going to be about 50 cents, basically under €1. Now, I did once send a £500 transfer, and it cost me only 50 pence. So depending on the currency and the country, I know dollar transfers are higher. If you're sending one of the more exotic currencies, the fees will also be higher, but it still works out way cheaper than if you were sending from a local regular bank. So basically, these are the three methods that I use to send free or cheap international bank transfers. What you should always bear in mind is that for the Ecobank Visa Direct feature, some cards are blocked, like the Nigerian Naira cards. You cannot top up a Nigerian Naira card, but you can top up a Nigerian UBA prepaid AfriCard. You can top up most Visa cards in most currencies. And for SWIFT transfers, I recommend you use Paysera. If it's a transfer, like a local transfer, pound to pound in the UK, Australian dollar to an Australian account in Australia, I prefer you use Wise. Each method has got its advantages and disadvantages. They all work. They're all relatively low cost, cheap, and could be free in some cases. Anyways, I hope this video has been helpful. Do leave me a comment down below. Subscribe to my channel, like the video, and also don't forget to use the links in the description to sign up for these programs and apps. And I look forward to your comments. Thanks for watching. Mulos. Bye.